To access the stake calendar on your phone, start by going to the Member Tools app, and then look for the calendar button on the left side of the screen. Tap it, and you'll be taken to the Calendar app. In order to see the stake calendar, you may need to go to the upper right corner of the app and tap the 3 dots inside of a circle. You'll get a pop-up, tap on Calendars, and then browse down the list of available calendars until you see Stake Calendar. Make sure there's a check mark next to Stake Calendar. On that same screen, if you choose to, you can add your ward calendar and church-wide events calendar, and perhaps others. When you're ready, tap Done, and you'll be back in the calendar view. The calendar in the Member Tools app is a wonderful, convenient way to check the stake calendar. However, there are 2 limitations to this calendar that you need to know about. You can see those by going to the Member Tools homepage and tapping Settings. Notice these options here toward the bottom of the screen. Calendar months. By default, this will probably be set to 3 months, so you will only be able to see up to 3 months of events at a time. If you choose to, you can tap and change that to 12 months, but you're still limited in how far you can see on the app. Also, please note that stake events do change from time to time. Details about the event, perhaps the day on which it will happen, or the start time. The calendar on the Member Tools app does not constantly update. So even though an event may have changed on your phone, you may not see the updated information. To make sure you have the most recent information in the calendar, here in the settings, you can tap Manually Sync and then tap this Manually Sync button. After a quick sync, you should have all up-to-date information. If you ever need to be absolutely sure of when an event will happen and any details about the event, it's recommended that instead of accessing the calendar on your smartphone, try it on a regular computer or Chromebook, and that's what I'll show you next. To access the church calendar on a computer, go to churchofjesuschrist.org, sign into your account, and then click here on Resources and choose Calendar. When you get to the calendar, look at the left side of the calendar, and you will either see 3 dots here in the upper left that you can click, or you may just see this panel with a list of possible calendars for you to follow. You might want to turn on the church-wide events to see events like General Conference or the First Presidency Christmas Devotional, but also please look for the stake calendar and make sure that it is selected. You may also want to make sure that your ward calendar is selected. Now that I've selected the calendars that I want, they all show up here in the church calendar. I can use these options at the top of the calendar to jump quickly to a specific month and year, whether it's in the future or up to a year in the past. If you click on an event, in many cases, there are additional details about the event that you can read.